puzzle master, Billy, and my boyfriend, Tristan. I'm going to be the little sidekick for this video, so enjoy. And this is just a brief introduction to a series that I've been inspired to make. That I've been inspired to make Tristan make.
Yeah.
And it's going to be reading this book. It's the Magic, Supernaturalism, and Religion. And it's all tied into one conglomerate, amalgamated, very, I think, wonderful book. Okay, so much information can be concealed within a book. I'm not really a huge fan of fiction reading. This is a book that does a very, very good job at covering the ancient implications of magical rites, rituals, astrology, star worship, tarot. Because I've had people comment on videos from the past asking me, like, what books would you recommend for astrology? Like, to increase their knowledge base of understanding really where astrology comes from. Now, there's lots of books that delve into, you got your Venus in Cancer or your Moon in Gemini, what that means. This book does not really delve into that, but it does delve into all of the historical implications. And, you have to really understand the past in order to have a firm foundation of understanding the present and to know where the future is going. Because, if you don't really have a true understanding of the past, then you don't really have a true foundation of your present moment. And a lot of people seem to think that, like, astrology and magic and all that is evil and taboo. And this book will get into that the Catholic Church and a lot of religions have actually utilized magic. And it's actually some of the royal elitists, they don't want commoners to know about this kind of stuff because knowledge is power. And, magic really just does have exert an influence to make changes. And they don't want common people to have that information. But I'm all about disclosing information and, seek and ye shall find. And I think that in this information technological age that we live in, it's very vital that if you are searching for something, you should have access to that information. And I would highly recommend buying this book. I got it for $10 because I got it at a used bookstore. I don't know how easy it will be for you to find a copy of this book, but Tristan's going to read. He's going to go through it chapter by chapter, and each part is going to be like its own chapter. Maybe if he feels like reading more, he'll do like a two-parter. It'll be up to his discretion. So he's going to read you just the sleeve, just so you get a brief introduction of what the book is really about, not just my interpretation. And please like and subscribe if this is your first time watching this kind of material from my channel. And your feedback is always much appreciated. So let's let him read the sleeve.
Yeah, this book was written in the 1940s, so if you can get your hands on a copy of it somehow, this edition was published, I think, in 1971, but not sure if there's been any publications since then.
It's a remake.
But but yeah, if you could, it's recommended if you can find it. But yeah, here's its little synopsis from the inside sleeve of the book. It goes something like this. In this magnificently illustrated volume, the late Kurt Seligman, the renowned surrealist painter, recounts the story of magical ideas and manifestations in the Western world to reveal the aesthetic value of magic and its influence on man's creative imagination. Crystallizing the most significant and interesting aspects of magic since antiquity, the author delves into the works of hundreds of scholars and specialists, presenting a vivid picture of the most typical religio-magical beliefs of ancient, medieval, and modern times. Beginning with the proprietary rites of Mesopotamian magic, the growth and development of the magical worldview is shown in its successive stages, assimilating Hebrew thought, Greek philosophy, and Christian theology. We see how the magical idea of a unified universe finds expression in pictorial motifs and symbols, and the magical arts of astrology, divination, physiognomy, chiromancy, fortune cards, and other branches of the occult sciences. We learn about the mystery of stars and numbers, the Sphinx, the Philosopher's Stone, witchcraft and black magic, the Kabbalah, the Tarot, and vampires. And on the way, we meet some of the most colorful, unique, and altogether intriguing personalities in history: Paracelsus, Nostradamus, Dr. Faustus, Pico Mirandola, Trithemius, Agrippa, Geberin, Rosenkreutz, Andre, Mesmer, Cagliostro, Saint Germain, and many other legendary mystics. Originally published 25 years ago, from 1971, as The History of Magic, Kurt Sedegmann's endearing classic is now reissued in a new format. A vast survey of the influence that magic has exerted on Western civilization, covering the whole wonderful framework of mummery that man has constructed to disguise the vital facts of his existence. And that little excerpt was from The New Yorker.
So yeah, please look forward to the coming series where Tristan's going to read you this book. It's much appreciated. You leave your feedback. I know I already mentioned that, but what I would also like to mention here is that a lot of this does link into flat Earth or, understanding our world from a more ancient perspective. And not ancient in the terms of outdated, but ancient as in all ancient cultures thought this way, okay? And it's very much to be frowned upon if people are, if you have had all your gods, all of the deities taken away from you, and you just believe in like rocks floating around in space that are just friggin' chunks of rock, then you can believe that, but your power has been taken away from you. And it's basically your own religion if you follow like a materialist NASA scientific perspective. Like I very much do follow science, but science should be replicatable. And we should be able to test it through our own senses, not just through like pictures and imagery that are like provided to us by elitist groups. And this book does go into, because we've already read some of it, and that's kind of why I wanted Tristan to do a series on it, is because it's such a fascinating book. And it really doesn't sugarcoat things. It's very true to the matter. And if you believe in just like the man in the moon and you relate the moon to a piece of cheese and you laugh and scoff at ancient traditions, then you're hurting your karma because like it might not, maybe you're going along with the trends of the time and that might seem acceptable, but in future lifetimes it will be there will be ramifications. And a lot of people who, get angry at NASA and all that kind of stuff, don't even get mad at them. Because trust me, like they go and pay for it in due time. Like, but yes, please like this and thumbs it up. And leave me your comments below. You know what I mean? Like if you're all about the flying chunks of rocks in space, then please do explain to me astrology and magic and all of that. And maybe, read a book, instead of just having biased information that's force fed to you since birth from the box television, okay? Because you cannot always trust what is on television. And I'm also telling you in that to don't just take everything I say for granted. Do your own research and due diligence in that. And, blessed be. And thank you for watching and look forward to his series.
So I will try to get over my cold a little bit before I actually start the series for your benefit. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. So take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye.